thanks for being with us this season, and we hope you've enjoyed it, and we are not going away. We're not disappearing.
I'm back. I've had enough of Mob. It's like, Mob, if it wants to drive two Volvos at the same time, it's my life, okay?
So then she has the nerve to offer me chamomile after I'd specifically ordered Darjeeling.
Oh my gosh. Girlfriend. Darjeeling.
Wark.
Well, hello there. What's your name? Who invited you to my party? Dressed up like that. It's time to go. You better get out of my house. You gotta go. You gotta go. Only the party people. You gotta go. I don't think you heard me. Get out of my house.
Wark.
Oh my god.
Hello!
I can't believe it. It's been so long.
It's been so
darling.
long. We have been lost in the Fae Plane for 12 months and a week and a half. But welcome back, everyone. We are back. We are Bloodwork. We are Andy.
And Brian.
And we are so excited to be back with a new season of True Blood. And we are so excited that it's so much fun.
It's amazing.
It was a great premiere. I loved it.
Yes.
We have how many pages? Pages upon pages of notes. It's like an audit up in this piece. Okay. Grandpa Earl, Gary Cole, the voice of Harvey Birdman, attorney at law.
Let's just hope you are gone
American
but not
Gothic.
forgotten.
Oh god, it was terrible. Yeah, well she caught up with him. Then Meg Mucklebones came through and it turned into like a scene from Troll. But then when Suki decided to use telepathy to Barra, who it's so good to see Barra. We love Barra. But Suki.
Hello.
Do we have our whatever Suki moment of the episode already?
Whatever.
You know your telepathy came from the fairies. Don't use that in front of... It's like all of a sudden everyone is looking at her. And then we meet... Who?
Mob.
And then there's Mob! Mab? I think it was Mab, actually.
You want it.
No, it's really quite interesting.
want
No,
it.
you leave it and take a bite. It was delicious.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden it felt like an episode of Stargate. Didn't it? For like 2 hot minutes.
Stargate SVU.
Stargate Special Vampire Unit.
Why do fairies look like trolls?
The vampires have been stealing their power for so long they had to flee. So I don't think they have the energy and the power that they used
honey,
to.
you should flee to somewhere that has a little grass.
Some grass and some Ole Regenerist. It was weird, but it was kind of hot though, because the show had never gone there, and then they brought it right back. Because then she's back in Bon Temps. Grandpa Earl said, "Oh, I've only been here for a few hours." I was like, when she comes back, it's going to be like a long time later.
Yes, like classical fairy tales.
Like classical fairy tales or Desperate Housewives. I think it was a brilliant idea. It gives so much more room for some narrative freedom, creative freedom, narrative freedom. Like, so we don't know what happened with Bill and Sophie Ann floating in the parlor.
That's what I wanted to see, but I didn't see it. But
so they don't have to answer all their questions, which is brilliant. Kudos
Alan,
to you.
you're like, so what's ring Meg? Oig!
So when she gets back, her house is fixed up, which is great because since Marianne moved in,
You know that smell. It's gonna take a little while to get that stank out.
there is not a Glade plug-in big enough in the world. But then Jason shows up, and he has like kind of a weird haircut, and
Oh my god, he's got the little like stash and
he's got the Deputy
beard?
Dewey shit going on from
Oh,
Scream,
God.
kind of. White hot down here.
no, he was all hot everywhere. She was on vampire business.
Business.
What? Business.
Business.
And
Vampire
hello,
business.
not only is she on vampire business,
Business.
but he's the king.
Well, we don't learn that till later, but
What?
Really?
But yeah, well, we find out he becomes king. And
Well, did he kill the queen?
I don't know.
Bill's hair looks better though.
Oh my god!
Right?
Thank you.
He looks good. He looks good. So he and Eric show up, and they're like, no, you should really try the light fruit. I don't want to try it. No, you should try it. No, it's really good. And then Andy shows up, and Andy now he's lost a lot of weight, I think, it seems, the actor. Which,
His new diet.
kudos. But
new
it turns
diet.
out his new diet is V in the show, which is not a good thing.
You owe me a plaque!
Okay, what did you think of Lafayette's mohawk?
J'adore. Hello. It's Storm 1980s, black leather. You just need to get the chains out and rock it. It's
Laffy put the mo in mohawk.
good. It was so amazing. It was,
I loved it. Nelson, darling, you can rock anything. You're fantastic. You also had my favorite line of the entire night. He says 5 minutes, 10 if they got drinks. We meet Marnie, and we don't really meet Marnie. It's Marnie, right? I don't know, but it looked like it
Something.
was either an ecstasy party or a Lamaze class. But she was in a beanbag chair. And I will ask you, viewers, when's the last time you ever saw a supervillain?
in a beanbag chair.
Supervillain, not even introduced. Was Voldemort introduced in a beanbag chair? No.
No.
You know? Was Dr. No introduced in a beanbag chair?
No.
Dr. No.
He was in a wheelchair.
But not a beanbag wheelchair. Our villain of the season was introduced in something you could buy at Urban Outfitters. A beanbag chair. A beanbag chair.
Baines.
I love it. So then we jump to Arlene, who has cut her hair.
It looks good.
Lovely. She's kind of overreacting a little, but it did remind me of Dexter last season. Dexter has a little boy who
Who liked Barbie dolls?
who cut a child at the playground.
No, it's
And
true.
before we get to that though, we moved to New Orleans, and it's not for an episode of Treme.
It's for a hot scrap that there wasn't even Vaseline involved. It was just
Tara Thornton.
Tara, you took all that pinned up energy and anger. You found a channel, and you're working it 24/7 on a woman.
Tara.
You're not you don't have no quivering lips anymore, except
Well.
Ooh.
Tara, aka Tony.
Tony, hello, capital T.
Tony. Is like an MMA fighter in New Orleans.
Forget about the L word, ladies and gentlemen.
Got the
It's
T
the
word.
T word.
Then we jump to Hoyt and Jessica, who we last saw moving into a new house together with
They
a
were
creepy
so
baby doll.
happy. And in 1 year, crash down.
You want
his eggs? You want his eggs?
But you know, young couples, they go through some shit.
They
go through some shit.
Vampires are great. Yeah, bring the whole family. Dogs, pets.
Amazing.
Pets.
Amazing.
Pet. When Jessica was there at the bar, like you see Pam the whole time she's
In
like,
the background, yeah. Who's the only character who has not changed? Sam Merlot.
well, and his little crappy ass brother. I'm so sick of him.
Yeah, but no, Sookie comes back. Sam is cranky pants. You don't. He looks the same. He acts the same. And then we see him at a dinner party.
They all get wasted on red wine and then go prance outside. That's what we do every night.
Prance,
No.
I say.
Prance.
Prance. They turn into horses and run through the fields.
That is the most amazing thing ever.
My little pony, Sam Merlot pony.
Tommy, I don't ever want to see your little white ass again because you are trying to you were just trying to rub it into Sam's little face.
Tara and her lady, who we haven't even learned her name yet, who thinks her name
We don't
is
care.
Tony.
Names are not important. She's
We're gonna,
amazing.
we're gonna call her Togs.
She is Tara's Togs.
She is Tara's Togs. Okay. Jessica's dancing at the bar, and another Justin Bieber that's not Jason.
Who's like 2 feet tall.
2 feet tall. I'm gonna say that guy's toast, right? Like she's totally gonna eat him somehow, right?
Well, hasn't happened yet. You
She's
know what?
gonna eat him. Meanwhile,
Parakeets come alive. I had a parakeet once.
what was his name?
His name was Pat. Because I didn't know if it was a man or a woman. He was sitting in the kitchen all the time. And suddenly he developed a passion for butter.
What happened to Pat the parakeet?
He died.
How did he die?
He ate too much butter. And he'd like mosey along over to open butter tray that was usually there, and just go.
His parakeet died from butter.
A butter addict.
We don't know how Marnie's parakeet died, but maybe she left the butter out. She is able to bring that damn parakeet back, but only
Through
when...
the power of a drag queen.
she channels drag queen.
Sorry, I got the wrong drag queen.
Jason got locked in a cooler at the end.
That was not cool.
Which, you know...
Because it was broken. Get it?
And then we found out Eric is the one who bought Suki's house, which I thought it would be either Bill or Eric that bought the house. But what does AIK stand for?
Andy's king. Hello.
Alcide intravenous kleptomania. No,
Well,
where
wait,
was
Alcide?
So last year we introduced a new interactive feature into Bloodwork, which is called the Wolf Bag. And it was a kind of mailbag, email, tweet, question, answer kind of thing. That interactive, which we really enjoyed because people got to ask questions.
We got to answer them.
And make comments or bring up things that we didn't notice and things like that. It was great. So we want to continue that this year, but since the werewolves are kind of taking second fiddle to the witches this year, we thought we would rename it the Witch Bucket. So we have this cauldron here. And every week we're going to take all the questions that we get in the comments of our vlog posts, or blog posts, or on the YouTube videos, or tweets. We will take that question.
We're not picky.
And we will put it into the Witch Bucket.
That's a question.
And
this is what
who knows what might happen.
Work!
We are bringing back our feature, I Want to Do Bad Things With You, where we pick the character with whom we would most like to do bad things from this week's episode. 3, 2, 1.
Jason.
Jason looked amazing. You reeked of hotness.
Sexiness.
Yeah. You were oozing the sex.
You just have to wear a t-shirt and jeans. Or a uniform. That's fine.
No, he looked good in a t-shirt and jeans.
I usually don't like cops. I have my reasons. But...
He does. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are very excited to introduce a new feature for Season 4 of Bloodwork. It's called the Witch Slap. In the Witch Slap feature, we are going to pick the character who we would most like to bitch slap. So, Andy, who is your Witch Slappy of the week?
Andy Belfleur.
Why?
Girl, how the hell does Jason Stackhouse know that you're there hitting Lafayette for drugs?
Yeah, really.
You've got to be pretty down in the dumps. If you're that predictable and that desperate, you have come to the end of your ropes, and you need to look at yourself in the mirror.
You better check it before you wreck it. So, thank you for joining us for the first episode of Season 4 of Bloodwork. I can't believe we've been doing this for 4 years now. But Andy has some paper doll news as well.
I've had a survey up for a while now, and Hoyt is the champion. You will be next.
Hoyt will be the next True Blood paper doll.
Stay tuned for more Hoyt.
At Andy's website, andyswiss.com.
And
also, if you want to be a part of the Witch Bucket, if you want to have a question or a comment or anything you want to throw into the Witch Bucket, leave it at campblood.org. Also follow us on Twitter at campbloodbuzz.
Or at Andy Swist, ANDYSWIST.
Yes. And also we will be bringing out new cocktail recipes like this one for the Light Fruit Fizz for every week this season. And we're going to be spending the next 12 weeks with you folks. So we're very happy to be here.
Click that seat buckle on.
Strap in. Hold on.
Hold on to the bar.
Do
not stand up. Do not raise your arms. Because this is going to be a bumpy ride.
Work!